Hey guys, how are you? Welcome to this video. So suddenly we all realize that we are in a bear market. This is a reality. After a bull market, we have a bear market, and in no time there will be another bull market. In the meanwhile, one of the best things that you can do during a bear market is to improve your skills, is to learn new skills. So one thing that you can do is to learn how to evaluate a blockchain or a crypto project. And that's what I'm going to talk about in this video. So the key points to evaluate a crypto or a blockchain project are the vision of the project, the market potential, the tokenomics, the team and advisors, the community, the roadmap, and finally the backers and the partners. These are the ones that I consider the key points. You can research other details as well, but these are the ones that I really consider being the most important. So guys, let's get started. So the first key point is the vision of the project. You need to focus on finding projects with a clear value proposition that solve real problems. Okay, so you need to find answers for the following questions. What is the project's long-term vision? What kind of problems does it solve? Does it provide value to a specific user base or audience? Are the advantages clear and measurable? And is the token real needed? So as an example, I'm going to use Chainport. Chainport is a blockchain bridge. With so many chains, sometimes it's very difficult to port or to bridge a token from one chain to the other. The process is slow, it's not an easy process sometimes, and there's also a security concern about it. Okay, so Chainport is going to solve these problems. It will be an easy, fast, and secure way to bridge tokens from one chain to the other. So currently they have 7 integrated chains and their objective is to add more chains. This is something that provides value to everyone that is in the crypto space. The advantages are very clear and measurable. You want to port your tokens from one chain to the other in a fast, easy, and secure way. So the last question is the token really needed? You really need to ask this question and try to find the answer to it, because sometimes the token exists with the sole purpose of raising funds. So the token needs to have clear utility. So where can you find all this information? The website, of course. Then search for the white paper and the investors deck. Then also join all the project's socials, so like YouTube in this case, Telegram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Medium. And if you can't find the answers to these questions, ask them. Go to Telegram or to Discord and ask the questions. But ask them in a positive way. Don't create FUD, okay? Be constructive. This way you will have a higher chance of getting the answer that you want. So the second step is the market potential. So you need to check if there's enough demand. Some questions that you may ask: how many potential users are there? How many competitors are there? Is there potential to disrupt an existing market? What are the project's USPs or unique selling propositions? So as an example, I'm going to use Crabada. So Crabada is a play to earn game. So the mechanics are quite simple. You will need the Crabada token, the CRA token, to buy NFTs, which usually are characters on the game or land or whatever, and by playing the game you will earn rewards. So how many potential users are there? So if you do a simple search on Google, you will see that there are more than 3 billion gamers in the world, and the majority of these gamers are traditional gamers. So imagine just bringing a small percentage of these traditional gamers to the blockchain. So the potential is absolutely immense. Okay, how many competitors are there? So this is a very popular niche, a very trendy niche. So there's a lot of competition. So I'm guessing that after all the hype, play to earn projects will cool down a bit. But as I mentioned, just imagine the small fraction of these traditional gamers migrating to the blockchain. To find the answers to all these questions, again, you will need to consult the white paper, the deck, the website, but you also need to do some research on the specific niche. Use Google, follow gaming related Twitter accounts and Telegram accounts, and try to gather as much information as you can. The next key point is tokenomics. So a project has a good tokenomics if all stakeholders, and when I mean stakeholders, I mean customers or clients, users, investors, well, everyone that is involved with the project are constantly creating demand for it. So here you need to find some answers to some important questions. Does the token provide value to all stakeholders? Does the token have real utility? Are there long-term incentives to hold the token? Are early investors and users being properly rewarded? Are the tokens allocations fair? Do they have a proper vesting schedule? This is also something very important. So let's look at Good Games Guild. So Good Games Guild is a gaming hub that aims to create the largest virtual world economy by sponsoring millions of play-to-earn gamers, investing in play-to-earn games along with their in-game assets, and building tools that will enhance the future of gaming and metaverses. So usually you will find all the information regarding tokenomics in the white paper. So if you go to Good Games Guild Tokenomics, you will see that you have here an entire section dedicated to the token. And as you can see here, you have here the token utility, which is important. Remember that the token needs to provide value to all the stakeholders, meaning that the token needs to have real utility. Here is the token economics. You see all the allocations. So some key metrics are the total supply, as you can see here, 100 million GGG or triple G tokens. So this is the total supply. And you see here that 3% are allocated to partnership, 12% to the team, 4.5% to advisors, 30% to treasury, 13.5% to sale, and 37% to community. So in this table, you will have a better overview of the token metrics. So you want a well-balanced allocations, and it's hard to give you exact numbers or intervals. You will need to be able to compare these to other successful projects. So always try to look for benchmarks and then compare the tokenomics of the project that you are evaluating to that benchmark. So one thing that is quite important is the vesting schedule. So you want to see, for instance, for the team and for advisors, a long vesting period. So for the team, you see here 1 year cliff, and for the advisors, 6-month cliff. Usually I like to see 1 year cliff for both. And then after that, for the team, you have a 2-year linear unlock, and for the advisors, 1 year linear unlock, meaning that for the team, you will have a total vesting period of 3 years, and for the advisors, 1.5 years. So this means that there will be a long-term commitment, and the team and the advisors will only be able to take advantage of the tokens that they are entitled to after this period. Also, because this is a project that is based on rewards, you need to see enough allocation distributed to the community. So here you can see more details regarding the token sales. So here you see the several fundraising rounds, the seed, private A, private B, IDO, and you see the amount of tokens allocated to each one of these stage, the price, and the raise, and also the vesting. This is also very important because you want to see again a well-balanced vesting when it comes to the tokens allocated to the early stage investors, because you don't want to see a huge amount of tokens being released immediately after the listing, because usually what happens is people just start dumping the token and the price just goes down. Of course, that from the investor's point of view, the investor wants to see a higher amount of unlocked tokens at the token generation event or the listing, and a shorter vesting period. But to preserve the sustainability of the project in the long run and a positive price action, it is better sometimes to have larger vesting periods. The next key point is team and advisors. You need to find a team that has execution capability. So you need to find answers to the following questions. Does the team have enough experience? Are there any questionable backgrounds, positions, or conflicts of interest? Which are the projects team members worked for in the past? How did these projects perform? How experienced are the advisors? What do the advisors bring to the project? So again, you need to consult the project's website, the white paper, but also LinkedIn. Okay, so let's take as an example Volthill. Volthill is the first extended reality human-centric blockchain. Okay, so this will be a metaverse. This is a very exciting project. Here you can see the team. So I prefer seeing real photos of the team members because this is a metaverse. I understand that they use avatars, but they are really similar to the real people, to the real team members. So what you need to see is a link to LinkedIn. I really think this is important. So just take your time and check the team's LinkedIn profiles, okay? And just check their experiences, their background, and that will give you a better overview if the team is capable or not to implement the project. So in this specific case, I know Jimmy quite well. He's a very active guy. He's an excellent leader. He is always participating in events, doing presentations about metaverses, about NFTs, about the blockchain. And you want to see this in a team. You want to see them active, very active, promoting and educating their stakeholders. So the next key point is community. And this is also something that is quite important because it has to do with the demands also. The size and the activity of the community are vital for the success of the project. So try to answer some of these questions. What is the level of adoption? How big are the project's social accounts? So Telegram, Twitter, Discord. How active are the community members? Check their social media accounts engagement. And is there some sort of hype around the project or the niche? Okay, so this is important. So as an example, let's go back to a Good Games Guild. And what you really need to do, one of the things that you really need to do is you need to join their socials. Okay, so Telegram. So if you click here, this is something that is important. I'm on desktop, so I will see this. So the Telegram group has more than 36,000 members and more than 2,000 are online. So usually with this amount of members, I would like to see more members online, because more members online means more engagement. Okay, so if you open the Telegram group, you can then scroll down and you can see the last time that someone posted the message. You can also see if most messages are being posted by moderators or admins, and you can check the engagement. It's also important that you see questions being answered quickly. So this means that the moderators are active and they are helping the community. So what you want to check is if the community is large enough, if there's enough engagement. So if we go back once again to Good Games Guild, you can do exactly the same same with Twitter. So as you can see here, they have more than 165,000 followers. So what you want to see is how frequently they are posting tweets. You also want to see more tweets than retweets, and you need to see engagement. So you need to see a lot of likes, a lot of retweets, and a lot of comments. So in this specific case, with this amount of followers, I would expect a bit more engagement. So this means that they need to work a bit harder to get more engagement. Okay, so again, if you see no engagement and a lot of followers, it means that the account probably has fake followers. Okay, so the next key point is the roadmap, and a project should have a roadmap containing a detailed plan and milestones, preferably for the next 24 months. So try to find the answers for these questions. Does the roadmap contain a clear strategy, and is it realistic? How did the team deliver on their roadmap so far? Are they doing proper marketing? Okay, so these are questions that you need to have the answers for. As an example, I'm going to use Step N. This is actually a very cool project. So this is a move to earn project. So what you do is you buy a sneaker, which is an NFT, and then you walk, jog, or run every single day and get rewards. So as you can see here, this is the Step N roadmap. So you have the roadmap for 1.5 years. So right now we are here, and until now these guys have been able to implement all the milestones that they have on the roadmap. Sometimes you can find more detailed information on the white paper or on the investor's deck. So just make sure to read those documents to check if you have more information, okay? So the final key point is the backers and the partners. Okay, so you need to look for projects that are backed by top tier blockchains, VC firms, and that have partnerships with players in the space. You need to find answers to two simple questions. So what are the current backers? What are the current partnerships? So in Step N case, if you scroll down, you will see here the backers, and you will find big names in the industry. So Sequoia, Binance, Solana Ventures, Alameda Research. So you want to see these big names, companies that have a very comprehensive vetting process and that are able to invest in projects that have a very high potential of being very successful. So finding these key players in the blockchain niche is a big plus in terms of evaluating a project. So guys, key points to keep in mind when you are evaluating a project: vision, market potential, tokenomics, team and advisors, community, roadmap, and backers and partnerships. Okay, there are a lot more details that you can try to research on, and you should remember that during a bear market, the best thing that you can do is to learn new skills. So if you improve the skill of evaluating a project to do fundamental analysis, you are increasing the chances of being very successful in the next bull market. So guys, that's it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Also give me a like, hit the notification bell so that you are notified each time I upload a new video. Please feel free to leave a comment. Thank you. Bye-bye.